Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a fun project planned for us today. I hope this video inspires you to create something of your own. If you would, hit the like button and share the video with your friends. That helps me to grow this channel and to continue to bring you new projects. If you haven't subscribed yet, would you please consider subscribing? And if you have, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot to do, so let's get to it. Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's ArtsalaCartes. Thank you so much for joining me. I've got another Cricut project for us, right? Some early Christmas presents. So I've got, whenever I see any kind of metal tumbler on sale, I go ahead and pick it up without even knowing what I want to put on it, right? Because I don't know, but I know that I can do something with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all of these, and then I am going to cut out of this vinyl. This is Oracle I'm using this time. I can show you the back. So I've picked out colors that I think would go with the tumblers, with the mugs. And I've got some scrap pieces that wouldn't go, but these would. And so basically I am going to go over to Design Space, and they're all Oracle this time. And I'm going to find 7 designs that I want to put on these. And maybe I'll put one on each side on these larger ones. Not sure, haven't figured that out quite all the way just yet. But I wanted to do an experiment with this one that has like this marble effect on it. Put a decal on the outside of it. Now each one of them has this, other than this little thermos here, and this is just this with the spout there. So, and this has, so literally whatever I see that's on sale on clearance, I go ahead and I get it. All right, phew, this is going to be a fun one. I am going to start over on Design Space and make sure that I have enough vinyl out, but we are going to use Oracle this time, and this is the Oracle that it should be permanent, right? Because you do have some that are removable. This is not. This one is not removable. So I'm going to see what I can come up with. All right, this should be a fun one. We got a lot to do. Let's get to it. All right, so we've got all of our decals cut out, including some names that I'm going to add this time. So we're going to weed first. I like to weed everything and then start putting all the decals on at once. So you can see I have a new toy. There's a light table. Oh, we got to plug it in. So it comes with just like a USB kind of power. So I have an adapter though, and that's how I was able to. But see, look, 1, 2, 3 different levels of brightness. They say it's easier on your eyes, and I can't see those lines. How about that? So we're going to see if this makes it easier for us. I'm going to take all the backgrounds away first, and then see if this helps do all the little inside bits. See if it helps. So it's just kind of an experiment, and I needed to get to that end result anyways. So I'm just going to remove the backgrounds first because I don't really need help, but it's all those little inside pieces. So we don't want to take anything extra away, right? Because that could impede the design. So, and I've got my weeding tools out, but let's go ahead and just work on all the background. now. And then like the names are super simple too. I did take everything apart, like all the way down to the gaskets, and I cleaned everything, so should be very, very clean. When I pick up the cups or the mugs, I pick them up from the inside, or the one that still has the lid still on it, pick it up by the lid. I did try removing the bottom label, like off the bottom, but like on this one it didn't want to come off, and so then it kind of scratched, so I just left the rest of them. It wasn't worth it to impair the quality. So this one is not wanting to stay behind, so I'm going to convince it that it wants to, and then come in here and loosen that. This actually, the black is Cricut, but it's the only Cricut. Everything else is Oracle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a design on one side and then their name on one side, on the other side. And this is all the negative bits. Right, and so then after that, you can either use one of these, but if you don't have one of these, you don't have to. I'm just using it as an experiment myself this one time. It's more for my card making, but this was one of the uses. That and drawings. Like, I don't even use a tool sometimes because I can do that, right? And I just want to make sure this doesn't get stuck somewhere, that it can get pulled up with my contact paper, so I just put it on the back of that, and that's ready to actually go on one of the mugs. Let's see if I'm going to put it on that or on another one. Might even do one of the big ones. So we'll just have to see when I get them all weeded and completely done. So let's try this. So it does kind of show you the lines, and so basically you can do that. Let's see, I don't even know where it went. Where did it go? See, with these I would just literally, there it is. All right, we have our decals cut out, weeded, and so now I want to get them put on to the mugs. So for this, and I've shown this many times, so you can go in my history. I'll attach one to this video of how I went in and weeded and done the whole Cricut thing. But basically, I take contact paper. It's a little bit cheaper than buying the transfer paper from Cricut. I'm going to cut a piece that's going to fit. I have a scooch extra, and I'm going to just cut it off my roll. I'm going to peel this. I'll get it to come off. And then what I want to do is I want to lay it down onto my decal. And then I'm going to convince the decal to come off onto this contact paper. And then that's what I lay on the actual item I'm putting the decal on. So I'm just going to give it a good pressing. And I can get a couple uses out of the contact paper, so that's always a good thing, right? Stretch my budget just a little bit. If it doesn't want to start, then I'll get one of my weeding tools and get it to start to let go. So all that looks good, and right here we'll go ahead and just push it down just a little bit. Same thing over here. Just go, easy and slow until I've got it all on this contact paper. Not hard, just takes a little bit of patience. All right, there we go. Got it all off. Here is our decal. And so now we want to decide where we want to put this. I think I want to put it right here. So I'm going to fold it in half. The way it'll help me to not have air bubbles. And I want the majority of it up here, but not so high that you can't drink out of it. So you can either do it in half or you can do it this way and just sort of walk your way down the mug. And then when you get here, go ahead and just lay it down. Come to the next one. And we're going to lay it down. And that should get it right on there for us. Now normally I would scrape it with one of these, but these they're scraping easily. So I'm going to not do that. And I've got my little hot glue finger out. Oh, see there, we don't want that to come off. So let's go ahead and we'll just burnish it with our little finger. See if we can get it to come off. All right. Put this back on here, let that stay. Now I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to rub it and roll it all over. And then I'm going to look from the side, make Make sure I've got good contact right here on this bend. And I think I'm going to create some little stars just to go around, you know, for the whole space theme kind of thing. And then on the other side, or maybe beside it, let me look at this. What I think I'll do is I'm going to take this and sort of rub it. So try to just get that finishing little burnish down. Again, normally you'd use your little tool here, but and now I'm gonna, on the side, I'm gonna look at it. See, I got a little fuzz right here, so let's get rid of that. You come in, you can use your fingernail. Fingernail shouldn't scratch this. And then I'm just going to create some accents with these other colors. Let's see what other colors I've got. That's just sort of scraps. Some green would look good. Let's see, where's my names? Or on this side. Nope, I think I want to do it like right in here maybe. All right, we are on our last tumbler here. And we're going to put this decal on here. I think it'll look good on there. But let me get it on this. So these are just fun little gifts for some folks on our list. All right, that should be it. Let's see if we need any help. I use my tool just to sort of hold it down. Feels easy. I just gotta kind of coax it off this backing, this backer paper. Okay, this just gets thrown away, and then we have this, and let's see, there is our stamped logo. So we'll just put it right here. And we want it to be pretty straight, something like that. And then take it from the middle, press it out, right? My rubber finger, do some burnishing. Found it's better to have this on here because it did leave like a little mark that buffed off with the cloth, but that just sort of prevents that. Okay, and let's see how we did. It's coming off nicely. And I'll take the cloth and I will burnish this. Just make sure I don't have any bubbles. Doesn't look like it, so that's always a good thing. All right, there we go. I always put the mouthpiece opposite of the decal. So something like, and they're gonna move it because it's gonna change. And I have one extra because I wasn't sure size wise. So there we go. And we've got us a little space theme going, except this one. And that's okay, that was on purpose. And this one is not space, but it's super fun, right? And then the last one, so these are just SVGs that I purchased or found free online and took it over into my Cricut Design Space, sized them. So I literally took a ruler and I figured out how large of a decal I could create to fit the best on the different sizes that I had this time. And then once I cut it out, then we weeded all of it, and that's where you saw on the back, just taking out the little negative bits. On these two, I tried something new, like a little confetti look. Kind of like it. It's kind of different, right? Just adds a little another layer to it. So we removed the negative bits. We used our contact paper to go ahead and remove it from the backing paper and then get it on to our surface. And we used our rubber finger a good bit this time, right, to burnish stuff down. And then ultimately just took a clean terry cloth and finished burnishing it, make sure there's no bubbles and that sort of thing. Well, there we go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like it, share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, would you consider subscribing? And well, until next time, happy crafting. All right, I'm gonna get it cleaned up. I'll set them up. I'll get us a white background so that you can kind of see what they look like as they're good, as they would be used, right? So I'll stand them up. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, y'all, happy crafting.